Thank you very much.
Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, welcome to another edition and another episode of Roll the Tape podcast with Manager Marty. I am your host, Manager Marty, and I am so excited to be here. And every time I tell you all that I'm excited to be here, I mean every word that I say. I'm so happy to be here today. I'm happy to see each and every last one of you all. So welcome to everybody that's here live and live in color. Welcome to those that are watching the replay of this live. Welcome to everyone that is engaging in the chat and acknowledging me. I salute you all. Welcome to the Roll the Tape film crew members. Welcome to the supervisors and members of the channel who are also a part of the Roll the Tape film crew. And we also have people who don't like me. I welcome you as well, because I know you're here, and I know you're always here. So don't stand in the doorway. Don't stand in the middle of the pathway. Come on in. It's the winter time. If you stand in the doorway while the door's open, the heat is going to leave the area. We want this area, this environment to heat up. So come on in. Shut the door behind you and have a seat. And let's talk the business of boxing and the sport of boxing. Oh, yes. Let's get some education and entertainment, because that's what we provide here live and live in color on this platform. I'm so happy to be a part of a platform such as this, an environment such as the YouTube boxing community. I mean, man, I never thought that we'd be here, but we are here now. Salute to Biz on the Beat. I see you. He is a member of the channel. And as an exclusive perk, I always will recognize my members of this channel. So double salute. Not just a salute, double salute to Biz on the Beat. What's up? We got to get right into the show. I cannot stay long today. You know, when I say long, you know, we be doing 3, 4, 5 hour live sometimes. It's all unscripted, unrehearsed, live and live in color. But the time that I do have and the time that you all are investing, I want to give part 1. Oh, yes, because there is going to be a part 2. But this is part 1 today of a recap. If you were here, we had 2,230 plus people here watching the live interview with Victor Conte on this panel yesterday that lasted a little over 3 hours. My goodness. Shoo-wee. Hey, it's all good. So I want us to give a recap, what you learned or what was your assessment. What do you think? What's the good, the bad, the ugly? Let's talk about it. I don't want to waste any time talking about it. Of course, we know that the link is in the chat, but I'm about to pin it to the top. because I want to hear and feel and understand what you thought about the interview just yesterday. Oh man, what an interview was. It was, man, great interview. Boy, I tell you. Great interview. Let me see if I could get this link here pinned to the top of the chat real quick to make the link accessible. Let me see here. Yep, done deal. It's pinned to the top now. Pinned right to the top. All right, well, band up, you got what you asked for. And I'm referring to that, well, you see it next to your name. If you don't see it yet, you will see it shortly. So the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Speaking of band up, he's here. Oh, yes. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Double salute to everybody that's acknowledging me. Greetings in the chat. Let's talk about it. Link is right there in the description. Pinned to the top. Let me do this. Got to show my face in the place. I know I got to show mine. Boy, I'll tell you. What an interview. Yes. Band up, that's you? Yeah, that's band up. You know, people be playing, you know how they do. Make sure the layout properly. They make sure the layout is proper here. Yo, band up, what's up, man?
What's good with you, Marty? How you doing?
I'm doing great today, man. I'm really having a really great day today. How about yourself, man?
Oh, it's A1 like steak sauce, man. Up in here in this great city of Seattle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, usually we do our town watch check-in, but because the topic, is so hot right now. I mean, it's hot as fish oil, man. I mean, it's hot. And so we got to, capitalize off of the heat. And I know you always say that you're going to bring the heat. I'm sure you got some heat for us. And I'm sure that this won't be the first segment we talk about the recap of this interview. It was just so many things that occurred yesterday. Of course, that catapulted from the first interview. And we're here now. So the link pinned to the top of the chat. I flew the kite out there. Let's talk about it. Band up is up here. I mean, band up, there was a lot of words exchanged. I mean, we're talking 3 hours, man. 3 hours. That I had Mr. Victor Conte up here. He graced us with his presence again. I mean, what's your take on everything so far, man? From the interview from yesterday, band up.
I think Victor Conte is genuine when he says he wants to try to clean up the sport of boxing. At least, you know what I mean? If like he said, he's always gonna have those doubters. But I don't think nobody would go through all this stuff for nothing. You know what I mean? Because he seems to really, really, really know a lot. You know what I mean? The ins and out of the medicine, ins and out of sports, ins and out of the testing. Yeah, he's really smart. I picked that up from him. And another thing, great interview again. I liked how he came back and followed up on some of the things from the first video. I liked how you know what I mean, kept him on track with some of the things that wanted that the audience needed clarification on. You know what I mean? Great led interview.
Well, I appreciate that. I will say this. I have to give you credit, Band Up, for noticing a special gift that I have, and that is that I asked a lot of good questions. And you always give me credit for that, so I appreciate that. And of course, yesterday and all the other times was no exception, to the rule and to the gift that I have of asking good questions. We have somebody in the background. Their name is Big Money. I don't know if it's the real Big Money, like Big Money, like Walk. I'm not sure because we have a lot of trolls that just be duplicating other people's names. and it don't really even be them. So I'm not exactly sure um, who that is, but whoever you are in the background, big money, uh, just show your face in the camera. You know what I mean, real quick, so I can bring you on, and then when you come on, you can turn your camera off if you want. It's up to you. But in the meantime, what an interview, man. I mean,
For sure.
what an interview. I mean, you go and think about it. I have 5 hours, 5 hours of live dialogue that has been recorded and documented between myself and Victor Conte. I mean, just that stat alone, just that statistic alone is monumental. I mean, because you figure, I only been here for a year. And I have to say this because, I've been getting word. A couple people hit my jack earlier today. And they didn't give me too many details because I told them I didn't care too much about it. But I heard that people was talking real spicy in my chat yesterday when I had Victor Conte up here. I don't look at the comments unless they're super chats because I don't want to get distracted, just trying to follow the comment section in the chats while I had him up here. But I heard, I don't know how true it is. I'm gonna go back and really look at it. But I heard people was talking real spicy in my chat yesterday, um, criticizing me. And I just find it interesting that if that is the case, there's a lot of content creators who've been on YouTube way longer than me. I mean, I'm the YouTube rookie. I just got here. And my thing is, before I got here, I mean, and I could be wrong because I wasn't here, but according to the people I talked to, nobody was talking about the SNAC program like that. Nobody had Victor Conte on their platform. Nobody said the SNAC program worked. No one pointed out that the fighters under the SNAC program performed very well at an enhanced level. We didn't really hear too much about it. But all of a sudden now, I speak on it. And there were people that in the beginning, just some people, just a handful of people that were listening to me. Then they started to believe that the SNAC program worked. And then they started to repeat some of the things that I was saying that some of them wasn't saying before I said it. And then now all of a sudden, I am the bad guy. And I find that extremely interesting, band up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But it's I think it's like kind of like Greg was talking about a little bit. You know what I mean? They take bits and pieces from other platforms and seeing how you were in favor of Spence before the fight. I think some people either link it together, misread, or hear what they want to hear when they want to put you know what I mean, put titles to your name or say that you said certain things. Me personally, I've always tried to come at you, you know what I mean, with the same energy or you know what I mean, the same type of hard questions you have, and definitely try to like you know what I mean, learn as I'm going on, and not always think for myself, thinking I know everything, knowing I don't know everything about boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I find it funny how I don't know too much about boxing. I still be knowing so much more than half these people that be like, I've been watching boxing for 20 years. Well, clearly not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I try to open my platform up for everybody to have a perspective, irregardless of your level of knowledge of the sport. Because everybody come over here for the same reason, whether it be entertainment, whether it be education, whether it be to use the education I provide to go in their own platform and duplicate what I said and take credit for it, or to really genuinely get the perspective of the education that I provide on the sport and the business of boxing, and then go on their platform and give me the credit, like they should. Either way, it don't make a difference of the reason. Bottom line is everybody can agree that when you come over here to this platform, you're going to learn something about the sport and the business of boxing that you did not know before you came here. And that makes me happy. You know what I mean? Um, it's interesting to me. That's all. Let me get the first super chat of the evening out. Double salute, my guy, Mike Russian, always supporting the channel. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel, Mike. Mike say, peace, Marty. Keep grinding, my guy. Peace back to you, Mike. I definitely am going to keep on grinding, and I thank you for your encouraging words. It is very necessary. Um, I find it also interesting that if Victor Conte, a guy who is intelligent, who by all standards and by all accounts, people have already acknowledged that he's intelligent. If he can say that I am articulate, that I am professional, that I ask good questions, that he has fun when he come over here, if he can say that, how come other people can't see that? See, what I realize is everybody is entitled to their opinion about me. But some people can see certain things that Victor Conte said about me. That's cool. But the thing is, they don't want to give me the credit for it. Like I said yesterday, and I'm going to say it now. Boxing News 24, to my understanding, I thought they was a YouTube channel. But I was corrected that they are not a YouTube channel. They are an internet website, a boxing outlet, about a boxing news outlet, a website on the internet. They gave Showbiz Adult the credit for Victor Conte, quoting what he said about Errol Spence on my channel. Like I said yesterday, that wasn't even the thing that made me raise my eyebrows. It wasn't just that. It was the fact that they attached Showbiz Adult video with the news article. When if you click on when you click on his video, he actually showed a piece of my content, the visual of Victor Conte saying what he said, which was the quote that was referenced in the article, with my face next to Victor Conte's face. It was the live piece of the layout here. He actually said, "Thank you, Manager Marty." And then later on in the video, which was 3.5 minutes long, he said, "Shout out to Manager Marty." So that definitely was intentional. At first, I thought it wasn't, but then when I thought about the fact that video, of Showbiz Adult was attached to, the article, I realized quickly that that was intentional, because you can't hear a guy say, "Shout out to Manager Marty for interviewing Victor Conte," see my face on the guy's reaction video, and then turn around and still don't attribute to the quote from the interview that Conte did with me. That was intentional. Now, whether it be for the fact that Showbiz Adult got a larger following, he's been on YouTube for a long time. I don't know how long, but he has a very large subscription base. So if that was the way of pushing the article out because of name recognition, I still don't respect that. In fact, I emailed Boxing News 24 based on the email I found through, researching them. I haven't gotten a response yet. I was very professional in the email. And all I did was give them the evidence, of the fact that that was my original content, and Showbiz was just reacting from the original content. And all they got to do is give credit to where credit is due and update the information. That was all I asked them for. That was just a genuine request that I had out of journalistic integrity and broadcast journalistic etiquette. Speaking of integrity, there's something I want to talk to you about, Band Up. You are a fan of Terrence Crawford. Everybody in the world already knows that. Did you hear the part where Victor Conte said yesterday in the interview yesterday? I already published this little piece of the interview earlier today. Did you hear the part where I asked him about Terrence Crawford being tested for first the Sean Porter fight.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
heard
hear?
about that. Yeah, I watched it. I woke up in the middle of that interview. I clicked on in the middle of it, so I missed a little bit of it. Then I went back and watched it, but I did hear it.
Wanted to know what your thoughts is about that.
Seemed like he was kind of confused on the update part of them guys too, and he wanted to get answers. If I'm not mistaken, on to what's going on with that with the update of the website.
Mm.
But I also did hear him say that Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford both trusted him to do the right thing when it came to them guys fighting each other.
What you mean by that?
Like seeing how they was both under SNAC.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we said Sean Porter had to ask his dad if it was cool.
Sean Porter already established that towards the end of the fight that he runs everything by his dad. Man, he lived right across the street from his dad. Like we ain't going when it comes to Sean Porter and his dad, everything going by him. If he doesn't want to answer the phone, it's probably gonna go by him up until the end of his career.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him having a relationship with his dad. I think that's awesome, actually. I think that's a
I do
great thing.
too. I do too. But I just don't like, what I mean. When you ask somebody else, if you're asking somebody else what to do or how to make a move, I mean, you could ask anybody for their opinion, but you know what I mean. You ain't really thinking for yourself 100%, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I asked him about. See, here's the thing, and I don't know if people picked this up, but since I already released the video earlier, I can speak on this. And the thing is, when I asked Victor Conte in the first interview, he brought up Al Heyman. I didn't. Everybody heard him in the first interview. He says Al Heyman. His issue is with Al Heyman. His issue is with PBC having what he calls the muzzle rule, quote unquote. So I said, okay, what's the muzzle rule? He told us what he believed what he called the muzzle rule. The muzzle rule basically is that none of the PBC fighters can be acknowledged publicly by VADA if they get tested by VADA. So I said, oh, okay. He said only Al Heyman, PBC does that. Cool. So I said, okay, let me ask you about another promoter, Top Rank. What about them? Does Top Rank equally have this muzzle rule? Are they one of the promoters that, have a muzzle rule where none of their fighters will be publicly acknowledged if they go through VADA testing? And he told me yes. He said yes. He said it twice, actually. If you go back and listen to that first interview when I asked him that, he said yes. He said it twice. So I'm like, okay. So now that we know it's not just Al Heyman and PBC that have this muzzle rule, so does Top Rank. So does Bob Arum. And of course, when I asked him that, I already knew prior to me asking him that, which I did the reaction. You was here when we did the reaction or the recap of that interview. And I pointed out that Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and Tyson Fury all are promoted by Top Rank and Bob Arum, and up into 2023 and before that, but definitely updated now in 2023, that they all were on VADA's website, acknowledged that they, were welcome into testing for VADA. And of course, Victor Conte was here yesterday, and he said it was his old age where he couldn't hear what I said. And I guess he misinterpreted what I said, even though I specifically said Bob Arum and Top Rank, but he said he didn't hear that. Or maybe he misinterpreted, like you just said, he misinterpreted what I said. So my thing is, cool. I don't have a problem with that. He misinterpreted what I said, no problem. So My second question, since he acknowledged that he misinterpreted that, was what about BLK Prime, their promotion? Was there any testing for the Terrence Crawford versus David Ebenezer fight, which is part of the video I put up today? And he told me it was limited. It's limited. It was limited. I said, okay, what does limited mean? First interview, I asked him, what does limited mean? He told us what limited testing mean. Cool. Now let's go back to your first point that you said you misinterpreted. That basically that, Al Heyman, PBC, they're the only promoters that do not allow their fighters to be publicly acknowledged through VADA when they taking tests. My question was, like I said yesterday, was okay, if Bob Arum don't have the muzzle rule and all of his fighters are publicly acknowledged through VADA when they test for VADA, how come Terrence Crawford was not publicly acknowledged when he was with Top Rank and Bob Arum at the time that he fought Sean Porter? Second question, since Al Heyman was the only one, that's what he said, he's the only promoter, yeah, he's the only one that has the muzzle rule. Second question, then how come Desmond Gums, the licensed promoter, and I think Bats also co-promoted that BLK Prime card as well, how come they didn't have VADA acknowledge Terrence Crawford when he fought David Ebenezer? Then, of course, later on, we found out that all of the fighters and the promoters that he mentioned that didn't have the muzzle rule, he forgot to mention De La Hoya's Golden Boy promotion. So I'm going to stop right there because BBO just walked in the room. He's here. I'd love to get BBO's perspective on this. But with that being said, what's your take on anything I just said right there, Banda?
That BLK thing, I think they had if I'm not mistaken, they had financial issues, right? So I think they got a lot of stuff to clear up within themselves, that whole BLK Prime thing. And it seemed kind of like off, you know what I mean? What kind of proves it, how they only have one little, you know what I mean, fight card or whatever you want to call it, and shut down immediately after that, you know what I mean? Not immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely got some questions with that one. But yeah, I think, go ahead.
I'm listening to you.
No, I was just saying, but see, I think VADA in a whole we got to see what's up with that whole, like you said, the muzzle rule on the PBC side. And we definitely got to see what's up with them and updating their information about Crawford. Because I don't think even Vic can answer all the questions about VADA and why they don't update their things.
That's correct. But here's the thing, though. I find it ironic, and I told Victor Conte this, and I'm going to say it again now, that all the other fighters, don't matter who their promoter is, all the other fighters were publicly acknowledged by VADA. All of them. Don't matter who their promoter is, they all were publicly acknowledged. 2021, 2022, and 2023. These are the years that Terrence Crawford was with the SNAC program. Everybody else was publicly acknowledged. He's the only one in a matter of 3 years that was never acknowledged. I find that to be very, very intriguing to me. I would be more inclined to believe that Terrence Crawford did not perform any VADA testing. I told Victor Conte that, and nobody can get mad at me. You can get mad at me, but if you bias, I don't care. But we looking at the facts, and the facts are we have no evidence. Just like we can say that all the other fighters were tested and enrolled through VADA because VADA acknowledged them publicly. He's the only one. I find that suspicious, and I also find that very intriguing. In fact, we heard Victor Conte say, he might have referenced this yesterday, but I can assure you that he definitely referenced it in the first interview. He said that he personally helped Terrence Crawford enroll in VADA himself. He never gave a date on when he personally helped Terrence Crawford enroll in VADA. But the bottom line is, it is what it is. We got to deal with the real.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I also asked him in the first interview, is he intricately involved in VADA? And he told me no. But like I told him before, and I'm going to tell it again to the people, he knows a lot about VADA. And so one can assume, and I told him this in the first interview, that you put the pieces to VADA together by introducing the guy, I forgot his last name, the guy, Dick, who is the founder of WADA. He introduced him to Margaret Goodman. He also helped some of the DCOs that I think he befriended or he was cool with also be introduced to Margaret Goodman, Dr. Margaret Goodman. And then, bam, VADA is formed. I want to be clear when I say this, and I know people are watching live and living color, but we have to deal with what's real, and we do that on this channel. 90% of the interviews that I've conducted with Victor Conte, whether the first interview or the second interview, 90% of it, we were talking about testing in VADA. We really didn't talk too much about SNAC. You agree with that, Bando?
Oh, we talked a little bit about it. You know what I mean? We talked. We got Oh yeah, we did. You know what I mean? Your boy Banda found out some information. Yeah, in last night's video.
I got you. But before we get to that, we only talked about it 10%. We only talked about SNAC 10% of the time in the first interview and 10% of this time in the second interview. That's what I recognize. That's what I discovered. Double salute to Shawnee D. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel, Shawnee. Shawnee D says, peace and blessings to you, Manager Marty, and our Roll the Tape family. Thank you for giving us the ins and outs of the sport we love. Shawnee, you are extremely welcome, and thank you for always supporting the channel, always giving great feedback in the comment section and in the chat, holding us down, always making sure, you know, that we get the best moderation and the best super chats on this channel. So double salute again to my guy, Shawnee D. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. And so my thing is, we got to look at the behavior patterns, okay? And we got to deal with what's real now. No bias here. I've been talking about SNAC for over 5 months at this point. I can't find not one comment that our buddy Vic mentioned in none of my YouTube comment sections. It was only when I did that video on VADA and used a piece of an audio that he said in an interview about VADA that our buddy Vic started commenting. We got to deal with it. That's facts. And so all I'm saying is, you know, we are educated now on VADA. I'm glad that we talked about, because most of us don't know.
Yeah, Marty, didn't you say he was hitting you up, but you didn't know if that was a real Victor Conte?
Yes, he was hitting me up in the YouTube comments. Yes, but I didn't think that was him. I thought that was somebody just using his name, joking around, trolling. But the first comment was out of the video I did about the VADA and pieces of his interview that he did to educate the people. So that's all I was That's all I was saying is we got the education, that we needed when it comes to testing protocols, testing procedures. And I think
Hey,
that,
and real quick, didn't I say? I promise you, Marty. You know your boy Band up been saying this. Didn't your boy say that Terrence saw something that was working and went over there? Same thing, kind of what he said. Boo Boo came to Bud and was telling him about all these things, and Bud went and called Conte, right?
no, that's not what he said.
Oh, what did he say?
Not
If
what he
I'm
said.
mistaken.
Yeah. Let's be clear. Let's not misquote Mr. Conti. Let's give him credit for his.
Mm-hmm.
He did not say that part. I will say that he did say that Terrence Crawford called him after someone else. He didn't mention the person's name, and I don't think it matters. But someone else, I believe, that knows Terrence Crawford, or maybe someone of his camp or something, they called Victor Conti first on behalf of Terrence Crawford. I think that's what he said, requiring a $50,000 quote unquote sponsorship deal. And then Terrence Crawford himself contacted him directly, asking him questions about the program and wanting to be a part of the SNAC program. And then after Crawford got off the phone with Victor Conti, I think he said that Crawford called Demetrius Andrade. But I don't think Victor Conti knew that Terrence Crawford was going to call Demetrius Andrade. And he did call him. And, was asking him questions about the program, I guess, and I guess Demetrius Andrade was educating Terrence Crawford on it, on whatever, on the program, how it works or whatever. And then that's when Terrence Crawford called Victor Conti back to confirm he wanted to actually be a part of the SNAC program. And I think Victor came back to Crawford on that same conversation and said, let me get in contact with Sean Porter, you know what I mean? Because he's also on the SNAC program, and both of y'all, I think, are supposed to be fighting each other or whatever. And that's when I think Sean Porter's like to Victor Conti, I'm going to go ask my dad. And I think that. So I just wanted that to be clear.
Okay.
Because,
Okay. Thank you for clearing that. Thank you for correcting me on that. So yeah, but so still, Boo Boo and Crawford got together. So you know what I mean, or however Crawford called out to Demetrius Andrade. Okay. So when you calling somebody in Crawford, like from Crawford position, you call somebody, you ask them about something, or whatever the case, whatever the contents of that phone conversation was, and he's telling you about something, you know what I mean, that he's been working with, that's been working for him. It's kind of what I'm getting at when I say Bud seen something that was working.
oh, yeah. I'll tell
And
you
I
what
said
else.
that, yeah, I said that months ago.
Right. Well, I will tell you this. Yesterday in the chat, a good friend of mine's, he said something about, no, it wasn't the chat. I think it was a text. Excuse me. Not the chat, the text. He told me when Victor Conti get off, he wanted to come on. And he told me specifically, don't let Band Up go nowhere if you
Oh, you
want to
talking
bring
about? I
people
know
up.
exactly who you talking about. I went back and
And
watched the replay. I know who you talking about. Bring him up here.
so don't move, Band Up, because
Oh
he's
yeah.
here now. I ain't trying to scare you. I don't know what's
Oh
going on.
yeah.
Because you asked about Boots, and he's
You know
here
I
now.
did. You
And I'm
know I
talking,
did.
huh?
You know I did.
And now he's here. And I'm talking about YSM. And he's here now, Boots.
Salute.
I'm in Band Up. Don't move. Don't
Salute
run. Stay right there.
YSM.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't run. Just stay right there. Don't move. YSM, what's going on, brother?
I've been looking for him.
Oh, dang.
I've been looking for him. I saw him. I saw him in the comment section trying to push a false narrative.
Oh, false narrative, huh? Okay, come on.
Yeah. All right. So repeat what you said in the comment section.
I said the first comment was, did he clear up the notion about Boots?
No, not that part. Go ahead. What did you say? You said so. Boots took the supplements, right?
Oh yes, because and I went back and I replayed this. He said yes. Victor Conte said yes. Yes, he did do the blood testing, and yes, he did take the supplements.
Okay. All right. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. That's what I wanted to go off of because
Okay.
because on.
All right.
Go ahead.
So
Let me mute it.
All right. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to mess up anybody's money. Okay. So whether he took the supplements or not, and mind you, I wish you could see my face because I'm putting up air quotes. You according to Terrence Crawford, he went the SNAC program route because of what? Bando, I'm asking.
You asking me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for originally what they just said, the money, and two, because he seen something that was working.
Because he's seen something that was working, right? Well, according
Yes.
to an interview, he said that it was performance based, right? Marty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so according to Victor, and I'm just going to say according to Victor, that the reason why Jerron Ennis only did one fight is that OnlyFans came in and outbidded him. Did you catch that part? Bando.
Yeah, I was listening to what he said about OnlyFans.
Okay, so logically speaking, it seems like Boots and Victor Conte's relationship was just the sponsorship. Because if it was performance based, then he would stay with Victor, correct? Logically speaking. But since Victor was since Victor was outbidded by OnlyFans, does OnlyFans do nutrition?
No.
I'm asking. Does OnlyFans do supplements and enhancements?
Nope.
What does OnlyFans do?
Like he said, that's pretty much an adult content platform. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna call it.
Okay, so essentially, Terrence Crawford went over there because of now, according to his interviews, he went over there to enhance his performance. Right? I've never been the guy that is accusing Terrence Crawford of doping or anybody on SNAC of doping. I don't do that. Like you have to test positive in order for me to put that jacket on you. But that's me, right? But at the same time, we're looking at two different ideologies and how two different people view SNAC. One person views SNAC to enhance performance, whether legally or illegally, but to enhance performance, correct?
Yeah.
And one person views SNAC as a sponsor, being that the first chance somebody outbidded SNAC, they went in the other direction, correct?
Mm-hmm. I hear what you're saying.
Okay. Now, as far
But it still doesn't.
whoa.
doesn't.
Whoa.
Go.
Victor Conte live in Philadelphia?
Huh?
I said, is Victor Conte in Philadelphia?
I have zero idea where that man's at.
Victor Conte's out in the Bay, San Francisco. He's out in that area. Does Jerron Ennis train in any other place except for Philadelphia?
Nope.
Has Jerron Ennis ever been to the SNAC gym?
Nope. According to manager Marty, he never was in the SNAC gym.
It's not according to manager Marty. It's according to anybody.
That's what he said. Hey, y'all got you and him follow Boots more than anybody.
Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
So
because it's
my
not,
question
it's not my
you.
business. Wait, Marty, it's not my business. It's not my business to speak on.
My rebuttal to you. Yeah, my rebuttal to you is that can be all fine and dandy with the money situation, but you still took the supplements.
Says who?
You still participated in getting your blood.
I said, said who? Said who? Anybody
Victor
can do
Conte.
blood testing.
Victor Conte said it yesterday.
What did Boots say?
What did Victor Conte just say
I
yesterday?
asked you. I asked you a question though.
You said, what did Boots say?
Said, what did Boots say?
After I asked you a question about what Conte, I don't know
you
what
said.
Boots said.
You said Victor Conte said it. Okay, and I asked you what did Boots say.
I don't know exactly what Boots' word on it is.
All I did was ask you a series of questions. Okay, does Victor Conte train with Jerron Ennis?
He said no.
Okay, does Victor Conte is Jerron Ennis in Victor Conte's facility?
No, he's not.
And Victor Conte is telling you.
But none of that defeats the purpose, the fact that Jerron still Ennis took the supplements.
Band up is trying real hard, right? And I'm not even saying
I'm
that.
not. It's fact. Hold on, like
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Let's deal with the facts.
Wait. Band up is trying real hard, right? Band up is. Oh, so are you alluding to that the supplements that's sold in SNAC are what?
Meaning, if you take them, you're in the SNAC program. I don't care if it's for one fight or it's 10 fights.
What's the SNAC program? I said, what is the SNAC program?
If you taking the supplements, you're part of the program. You with it?
I said, what is the SNAC program? Though? I'm asking you.
What did he just? I can't remember the exact quote that Marty always puts up, but it is an performance enhancement. Whatever he be putting up with Bud's face on it.
There you go on your screen.
There you go. SNAC program, Victor Conte Sports Nutrition Company. That's what it is, a sports nutrition company.
What does it do?
SNAC offers products to improve the level of fitness, help lose fat, build muscle, and enhance performance.
All right, so I'm being very careful with how I'm talking. And it's for a reason, because I know Band Up is trying to troll. And the more Band Up is trying to troll, it's going to have me start talking with loose lips. I'm just going to say this. One fighter went to Victor Conte to get better. Victor Conte approached one fighter about marketing his product. Do we both understand those differences, Banda?
Oh, yeah, we understand them.
Okay. And one fighter left the SNAC sponsorship due to adult content company giving them more money. True.
Yeah, we agreed on that.
Okay, and Victor is saying that he shipped the supplements off to Philadelphia and that Jerron used the supplements.
To quote Vic specifically.
No, I'm saying.
I'm answering the question. But we're gonna say what he said. We're gonna say what Vic said. I'm not gonna put words in the man's mouth. He didn't say he shipped them off. He said they participated in blood drawing and he supplied the supplements.
Then he said, but he also said he sent the supplements. Did he not? Marty, am I imagining that?
I think he did say that there was blood work done like he's doing everybody else.
Yes.
And then he sent them, and then I believe he said that he sent the supplements to him, to Boots.
So common practice with SNAC is they test your blood to see what vitamins and minerals that you are lacking, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not the SNAC expert.
I think so, yeah. Jamil. Yes.
Okay. Quotation marks. But I just wanted to just gather that part, so I know what interviews to do to make Band Up look stupid.
Oh, it ain't making me look stupid. This is me asking a genuine question.
No,
it ain't making me look stupid.
It ain't making me look
stupid. I'm asking
Hey,
questions. You did?
hey, band up. No, you ain't asking questions. You making declarations, my brother.
No, because we ain't gonna sit here and be like, why did one person do this and another person do this and they did the same thing? We ain't saying nothing about this
No,
person. I got
I
some more
gave,
heat to cook up.
I gave facts. I said this is according to Terrence Crawford. It's not according to me.
Oh,
Right?
we both gave. Hey, we both
This
give
isn't.
facts.
Whoa.
Hey, 100.
This
percent
isn't.
Hey,
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
not saying.
whoa,
Why is it?
whoa,
I'm
Marty,
never. I'm not saying
Marty,
you're wrong or anything like that. I
Marty,
haven't.
Marty, Marty,
I haven't told you
Marty.
you're
This isn't
lying
a
or nothing
third.
like that.
Yeah,
I
no, this
can't.
isn't a third party. This isn't a third party saying you did something. This is Terrence Crawford giving the reason of why he did something.
I think
Yeah.
the thing is, band up. I do want to say this in all fairness to YSM's point. You are the one who was in the chat when Victor
Mm-hmm.
Conte talked about boots, because I didn't ask Victor Conte about boots. I didn't say anything to the man. He volunteered the information. You were one of many people that were in my comment section in the chat on all of my videos saying, what about boots? Everybody keeps saying that. That's the classic question that they used to ask me. What about boots? What about boots? Every time I say the SNAC program works. And now with YSM is saying, now that Victor Conte put out some information, now it's time for both of y'all to have a dialogue, because you were one of the ones that said,
Mm-hmm.
that Boots was on the SNAC program and nobody was saying nothing about him, because you a Crawford fan. So I just wanted to be clear of I guess this is why we are where we are, for YSM to say that to you directly.
Yeah, I understand. I understand completely. And it wasn't you that asked about him. It was Coach Malachi on his platform. And when Coach Malachi had asked Victor Conte, the question kind of went by kind of fast, but he did initially say no, and then he said we helped Boots for one fight. So that's why I asked him on your platform, and that's why I asked him in the comment section.
Hey, Marty, I'm gonna have fun with this though, Marty. I wanted to come up and I wanted to give him enough rope to hang himself.
Dang.
And
Oh, I didn't
band
hang
up,
myself, brother.
I like band
Hey,
up.
I
I
didn't
like
hang
his brother.
myself YSM because I
No,
don't ever take anything as a loss. If I feel like I learned something, I learned something. But I'm gonna hit them questions right. I'm gonna get them questions, and I'm gonna
I
make sure
get it.
every dot is lined, every I's dotted, every T's crossed. We're gonna figure this out. Because what we're not gonna do is hold feet to the fire for one person and not hold it to another person. It's kind of what I got with some smoke with EJ too. When it come later on in the video,
Whose feet are they holding to the fire?
we holding buds.
Why are we holding Bud's
And
feet to the fire?
about his interaction with Conte. Before we had these videos, before we had these two interviews, it was just the fact that the dude was over there with him.
Because he was over there. Because he was over there at the snack facility, right? Is that
That
what
he
you're
was
saying?
over there with Conte in general. I was hearing 2 cents and everybody talk about the fact that he's just with Conte. Why would you associate yourself with a guy like that? And all this other stuff I've been hearing about, Bud. So from a Crawford fan's perspective, you know what I mean? We gonna go all the way in.
Okay, where's Terrence Crawford? Where does he train at?
I have no idea where Omaha, SNAC. I don't know where he trains at exactly.
Sometimes Terrence Crawford trains in Vegas, and then sometimes Terrence Crawford trains in what is it, Colorado?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did Colorado with the all access.
Yeah. Which one of those places is San Francisco, Oakland?
Is where?
I said, which one of those places are San Francisco and Oakland that I just named?
Neither one of them.
Okay, and that's where the snack facility is, right?
You teaching me about that? I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, and Jerron Ennis trains in Philadelphia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the snack facility is in San Francisco and Oakland.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know you're
Okay,
saying.
cool. I'm just, I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. I don't like to speak for people. I'm going to let people speak for themselves. Okay,
Yeah, 100%.
cool.
Well, I do. I do have a super chat, and it's very clear that this is a question that only Victor Conte can ask. And speaking of Victor Conte, to my understanding, he is in the chat live in living color right now. Gregory Quarterbomb, double salute to you. Thank you for your contribution, your support, your feedback, and everything else you always present, to this channel, Greg. Thank you so much, man, for your contribution today. Mr. Gregory Quarterbomb asked this question. Victor, I know you're listening. This question is for you, Mr. Conte. You don't have to come up right now. I'm not going to be up here too long. I have something important to do in a few, but I would like at least a yes or no question, because this is a question that Mr. Greg wanted to know. I think all the fans of boxing really want to know this. But Mr. Greg is also one of the people who have brought your product, Mr. Conte, some of the SNAC product online, of course, based on some of my promotion. But Mr. Greg is a Terrence Crawford fan also. He says these words to Mr. Conte. Greeting, Manager Marty and the Road to Tape fam. I forgot to ask if the fighters and the consumers who purchase online getting the same exact product. I hope he answers. So that question was directed to Mr. Victor Conte, who I believe Greg realizes he's actually in the chat. And basically is what he want to know, and what we all want to know is, are the fighters that work under the SNAC program and the consumers, regular, consumers who purchase online, are the fighters and the consumers who purchase the product of SNAC online getting the same exact product?
Shout out to I think Vic's in the chat too.
Yeah, that's what I just said, YSM. I said that Victor Conte in the chat, and I think that's why Greg is asking that question, just so Mr. Conte can just answer that question for Mr. Greg. And while he is answering that question in the chat, we have Shahid. Shahid L is here. Brother Shahid, I'm going to leave that super chat on the screen just until we can get an answer from Mr. Victor Conte, who is also in the chat watching live. And we welcome you as well, Mr. Vic. Shahid, I did 2 interviews with Victor Conte. I don't know if you saw the interview I conducted with him yesterday. It was 3 hours long. Did you get an opportunity to see the interview or parts of the interview from yesterday?
Peace. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Peace. What's up, Banda? What up, bro? Yes, I did, bro. Shout out to you, bro. You got the world on fire, and I watched the whole thing from ding to dawn. As soon as you started, I was there when I got the notification finally, and you were beyond professional. You're showing the world that the world is changing. Shout out to Victor Conte for answering the questions that you asked him, and it was an excellent interview. We're starting to see that people call him a mad scientist, but in all reality, he's a wise scientist that's bringing about questions that the world needs answers to. We need answers, and he's been answering the question for the most part. But what I got up out of that interview was, are the boxers on even playing field? Are they on even playing field? That's what I got up out of that interview. Even though he answered all those questions, are the boxers on even playing field with the SNAC program?
Now, what do you mean by even playing field?
Well, Mr. Conte said that he took blood samples of all the people that come to him, correct? Am I correct on that?
Yes.
Blood test. Yeah.
The blood test. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To see if that person is, if they're lacking iron or lacking nutrition. Me and Brother Gregory had a conversation about this. I'm all for the improvement of boxing to being on even playing field. Now, the enhancement, absolutely not, because that gives a boxer an unfair advantage to have one blood test for one, but not a blood test for the other. That'll add up. If I'm about to have a bout, I want to make sure that we're on even playing field, like Money Mayweather said when he said, "I just want a little bit of blood and a little bit of urine."
Oh, bro. As far as what Victor Conte is referring to, is it's something that strength and conditioning nutritionists do. They'll take your blood, they'll analyze your blood and see what you are lacking nutritionally. So it's not necessarily like a blood and urine test that Floyd's referring to. It's more of how can I optimize your performance as an athlete or my client.
Yeah, the key word is enhancement. I understand that aspect. I'm saying that if you do for one, you should do for the other, because that gives that boxer an advantage. He's taking a blood test. Why can't the other boxer take a blood test to see where he lacking and make the bout on even playing field? So if he lacking iron and the other boxer is lacking zinc, why not bring the levels up on the even playing field to where both blood tests match to where we can have the evenly matched bout? I'm not against what Mr. Conte doing at all, but having for both fighters rather than one.
You would have to hire your own nutritionist, though. But I understand what you're saying. Is it a level? Boxing is not a level playing field, because you got some guys that make $10 million a fight and some that make $100,000, and they both could be fighting each other.
Financially, yeah. I'm speaking on the blood test level. I'm speaking on the even playing field as far as the physicality aspect of it. When dealing with the blood samples, if I'm gonna fight another fighter and he need to bring the SNAC program in there, right, then I should have equal opportunity to be of the SNAC program as well, to make it on even playing field that, okay, he got the same amount of nutrition as I got, and we boxing one another, so we eat, it's even Steven. But since that boxer that's with the SNAC program, he has an unfair advantage because he has something and knows something that the other boxer does not know about his own self. So why not give it to both boxers to have an evenly playing field bout? Why not?
I feel what you're saying, but then you just that boxer needs to hire his own strength and conditioning and nutritionist.
So why? So like Tank Davis said, take SNAC out of boxing. Then if we're gonna give one boxer an advantage, over the other, what's the purpose in fighting?
Yeah,
if we got a performance enhancement. You understand where I'm coming from, brethren? If you got a performance enhancement, no natural boxer enhancement. Let's look at the word, the etymology of the word enhancement means to rise or make greater. If you already great, what you need that for? If you're already great, what you need that for?
I don't. I'm not going to agree with that, bro. Because I could say having Bomac. Wait. Why you? What do you mean by? Of course, I'm not, though.
Of course, you're not going to agree with that because you're trying to give a boxer an unfair advantage with that program. That's why Tank said what he said. Get the SNAC out of boxing because it's not even playing field for both boxers to be on the same even playing field, nutritional wise, blood wise. He don't even know what he's lacking. So if I'm getting in the ring with this guy and he gets a performance enhancement, which means to rise or make greater, then that gives him the advantage over the other boxer. That's not even playing field.
You can say hiring your own chef.
So wait, real quick.
Wait, Bando. You can say hiring. You can say hiring. Just give me 1 second, because he's talking to me. You can say hiring Derek James and Bomac McIntyre is going to give you performance enhancing because they're elite level coaches, which will enhance your performance. Hiring a nutrition, anybody can hire a nutritionist. Anybody can hire their own trainer. Now, if you want to talk about what Victor Conte was accused of and did time for with Balco, that's one thing. But to say that you getting a blood test from a nutritionist, it shouldn't be allowed, or I should have to give you my nutritionist. No, I'm not. I don't agree with that. Because anybody can hire one.
You just sat there and said that the advantage goes to the boxer who has that. So take the SNAC program out of boxing, like Tank said. So we not on even playing field, right? He can hire Victor Conte, no doubt. If he want, you think Errol Spence got the money to hire Victor Conte? Of course he do. Yes. But I'm not mad at what Victor Conte doing. Make it a part of boxing as a whole. Then, if the SNAC program is going to be right in boxing, make it as a part of whole for both fighters who get in the ring, to make it on even playing field for both fighters before they fight one another.
Earl has his
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Wait. You know Earl has his own nutritionist, right?
Yeah, I've seen that. I know that. But is that on the same level as Victor Conte? Is that on the same level?
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is or it isn't. You had that.
So Errol Spence nutritionist gave him an enhancement. Errol Spence had an enhancement because on the site of the SNAC program, it says for strength and performance enhancement. It says that on the site. So let's get that to all boxers if they're going to fight with one another. If the SNAC
So
program
wait.
going to be in boxing, give all boxers the same equal opportunity to have SNAC a part of boxing as a whole, not just
You
one
hire-
individual, not just the other individual.
Yeah, but you hire a nutritionist and strength and conditioning coach to enhance performance. That's what you're hiring for. So of course it's going to be performance.
Does the nutritionist have a site saying that that enhance performance? Show me that site that Errol Spence had.
Wait, who said it?
Show, show me where Errol Spence.
I said Rachel's in the back.
Go ahead.
Show me where
Okay.
Errol Spence nutritionist. We said,
Okay,
Brother
I
Marty.
heard you band up. I see. Okay, I see you. Go ahead, Shaheed. I hear you, Shaheed.
Show me where Errol Spence nutritionist has a site saying for performance
Even
enhancement.
even if he has a site or doesn't have a site, you're hiring a strength and conditioning coach for what?
You tell me.
What do you hire? I'm asking you. What do you hire a strength and conditioning coach for?
You know what you hired them for, but I'm asking you.
You hired them to enhance your performance.
No, that's not what you hired them for, bro. You might be lacking. You might be lacking nutrition, so you need nutrition.
It's to enhance your performance.
Show me
But
where.
you're talking about a nutritionist, right? You're talking about a nutritionist. Let me tell you, if you actually have a doctor that does blood panels, which I've gone to the Philippines and gotten blood panels done, and I'm not a fucking athlete anymore, just to make sure that my health levels are correct, the things that I'm eating are correct, and I'm not deficient. And a lot of the times when I go in there, they tell me, you're deficient in iron. I know that. I'm anemic. So a doctor will just tell you, hey, go get an iron thing and make sure you're taking X milligrams a day. That's what he's doing the blood work for. So it's not something that you can't go and get. It's not something that's secretive that that nutritionists don't understand, and that doctors in the U.S. have the capability to do that for. If you're not wise enough to understand that your body is it's supposed to be a well-oiled machine, and you don't know what's actually working for you and your body, then that's no one else's fault but you.
I understand.
So
No one's putting the blame.
taking SNAC out isn't going to do anything, because at the same time, you're asking SNAC, who's a private entity and a for-profit entity, to pay for a bunch of boxers he doesn't work for. That's not going to work unless it becomes a nonprofit and everyone gets sponsored to get blood work done. But in the same respect, you can go to your damn doctor and get a blood panel done. Did I freeze? Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I understand that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying now a boxer who has never had a knockout punch, a one-punch knockout punch, who has never had a knockout punch, all of a sudden, no, let's be honest, who has never had a one knockout punch, takes the one product from the SNAC, and all of a sudden, you have a knockout punch, the same knockout punch that Devin Haney had. That's a major performance enhancement right there.
Bro, let's not act like Terrence Crawford wasn't
again, you're assuming that it's just one part. He said Haney, but point is that there could be a bunch of different reasons for that. One of them could be the fact that he changed up his nutrition based on his blood work. So, for example, if your body is tiring out after the first 2 rounds and you feel sluggish, well, you might be fucking inflamed to the food that you're eating. You might not be able to process potatoes and rice.
Miss Rachel, I understand that. I'm not disputing that. That's not what my dispute is, because as anybody that knows nutrition as me as a vegetarian, I'm a vegan. So I know all about that. I know where I'm lacking with specific food will spark that. But I'm saying put every boxer on even playing field when they fight one another. The SNAC program, make it a part of boxing. Why not? What's so hard about having boxers on the same even playing field when it comes time? If a boxer lacks nutrition, right, and they doing DNA tests for one, if they doing blood work for one, do blood work for the other, and have it on the even playing field, match the test, show the test that there's nobody cheating, because this is where all the speculation is why we're here now. Because we want to make sure ain't nobody have an unfair advantage. Why not put everybody on the even playing field? What's so hard about that?
Who is going to pay for it when SNAC is for profit? If you were to tell me that there's going to be people that are going to donate money into the SNAC program to pay for this, when boxing as itself doesn't want to pay for shit, then I understand that. But the only other linear I can tell you that would make any sense is, okay, then you as fighter B, go get your own freaking blood work from your doctor. You should have health insurance. If you don't have health insurance, that's going to be a problem. If you would like to buy SNAC supplements, there's nothing illegal for you to purchase it off of the website. So it's still an even playing field.
No,
it's not like, how is it not? Explain to me not. And before you explain to me how are you going to force a for-profit entity to give people blood tests that he has to pay for?
Let me ask you this: did Errol Spence have a blood sample when he fought before he fought Bud? Did he have a blood sample taken?
You had to ask.
You would have to ask his strength and condition. Yeah.
I will. Let me cut in real quick because we don't have a lot of time. I just want to cut in out of all fairness. Greg asked a question through a super chat. Mr. Conte's in the chat. He actually answered the question, and the answer that he gave is on the screen. I'll read it for those that are preoccupied and can't read it. He says, yes, SNAC boxers do take the same supplements that the consumers are buying, I guess, online. They meaning the SNAC boxers, they also take additional products that they may need based upon the blood testing. That was from Victor Conte.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The blood testing, put on an equal playing field.
Hey, yo, Shahid, I got a question.
You keep saying that like the normal person doesn't have something uneven in their blood. There's rarely anybody that's walking around here like that.
So I see. Okay, so I'm listening to all parties involved, and let me just bring it all the way back home because I hear what everyone is saying, and everyone is basically making valid points. What it sounds like to me is that YSM Sports and Rachel are saying is that it's an individualized decision that everyone can make if they want to hire a nutritionist or strength and conditioning coach. So if somebody needs, to find out if there's a deficiency somewhere in their body based on their blood reading, the blood work readings through panels, then they should just go to their own, primary physician, get the blood work done. And if they also want to buy the products or even get down with the SNAC program, I guess they could just go with Victor Conte and be a part of his program. And then I also hear Shahid saying that the SNAC program gives an unfair advantage to other fighters who are not on the SNAC program.
Plain and simple.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing that from both sides correctly.
Yeah, I got a declaration, man. Is Band Up still on here, man?
I think Band Up is still here.
Band Up.
Muted.
Band Up.
Your boy's still here?
I got a challenge for you, man. Me and you both gonna get on the snack pack, man. Victor, if you're in the comments, man, me and Band Up's gonna get on the snack pack. We need to see what's what.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I get tired easily. I need that second win.
That's
the only thing I got an issue with.
Hey Vic, we need the snack pack, man. What we got? The pre-workout, the ZMA. What else is there, Marty?
No, I got a quick question for Shahid. So it's like I got a question. So it's like if you is going through training camp and you don't really drink water and going to get somebody else that has been drinking water, and now you get to the fight and you got a better lung capacity than him because you ain't been drinking water, is that an unfair advantage?
No, you taking it out of the narrative, brother. I'm talking about the blood test. You talking about water? I'm talking about the blood test, bro. To see where they're lacking. one boxer is lacking, right? Why not bring them on even play? Listen, no, if you're taking blood tests, right? And nobody's against what Mr. Conte's doing. Nobody's trying to stab at him. Nobody trying to come at him saying he's cheating. No one said that. Those weren't the words that came out of my mouth. I'm saying all boxers who are coming up with a major event and a bout, if they both take blood tests from Mr. Conte, who could be a part of boxing, because this could be a new era of boxing to where you put everything on even playing for, hey, he lacks zinc, or he lacks iron, or like you said, he's lacking something in his blood that's detected by way of the blood test. Why not
bring both parties up on the same accord of being on even playing field, saying, hey, yo, this is where he's lacking. This is where this boxer is lacking. Now we have brought them up to par to where they're both evenly matched and put them in the ring and see the outcome of a fair, even playing field of an outcome by way of the blood test that came from the SNAC program. What's so hard about that?
You keep like pinpointing about that and you still haven't answered who's going to pay for it. You know what? I'm going to freaking call one of the clinics around here and I'm going to get a blood test and I'm going to show you how easy it is fucking to get one.
You said you weren't competing. You said you weren't competing no more. I'm talking about the boxers that are competing.
Doesn't matter. The whole point is anybody could get it. But you're missing. It doesn't matter if you're.
No, I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing. I'm saying if it's going to be a part of boxing, put it on all. Put it as part of boxing. If we going to do blood tests for one, do a blood test for the other. You keep asking who's going to pay for that. I don't know. Maybe you need to bring that up. I'm talking about the even playing field for both, for the health and safety of both boxers, to where they're on even playing field. All their DNA is up to par to where they can evenly match to have a bout.
Okay, I got one. Here's my question to you.
Should they have the same trainers too?
Can you hear me?
Your phone is going in and out, Rach. Can you hear us? Hello?
She going in and out.
I mean, since we're going to keep it on an even playing field, right? I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that we could do to keep it on an even playing field. How about universal rules? No different sanctioning bodies.
Okay.
One set of rules for everybody. Everybody wears.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You saying the same thing I'm saying? YSM?
No. I'm saying if you want to go the route that you're going, everybody needs to be trained by the same guy, right? No unfair advantages. No, but I'm saying
not even that. YSM.
There's some trainers that's good. There's some trainers that suck.
No, but we're gonna take it down to the minuscule
I'm talking about the blood test.
Okay, look. Okay, here's a blood test. Fighter A took a blood test. Fighter B took a blood test. Fighter A has a testosterone level of 300. Fighter B has a testosterone level of 1200. Does Fighter A get to use testosterone now because it's not an even playing field because he only has 300 testosterone?
Why not give him the extra 900 to match the 1200 with the other boxer? If we doing blood tests, why not? Why are you against that?
You can't just give testosterone to players.
To athletes, why not? If they're boxing, why not?
Because that's the rule. Do you see how slippery you're starting to get now? You're not understanding. You're saying that now. So if there's a fighter that has mostly from Asia that has testosterone that's low, and from America it's a higher testosterone, Asian fighters should be able to take testosterone. That's what you're saying.
Are they taking blood tests?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, they're taking blood tests, and one has a negative 900, not negative, but minus 900 of the other fighter to make it a quote unquote even playing field, like you're saying. One should be able to take testosterone to match the level of the other fighter. That's what you're saying.
Or the other one might have to deduct to come down to the other level. Why not?
So now the other one has to take estrogen?
Maybe so. What's wrong with that? No, I'm saying, what's wrong with that? So if you're saying the SNAC program is a performance enhancement, right? That gives somebody an unfair advantage. So was the SNAC program, was it in boxing before? We didn't have this before.
Whoa.
Even though it's new.
Performance enhancing and give somebody an unfair advantage. I think you look at all performance enhancing as PEDs.
What's the etymology of the word enhancement? What's the etymology of the word enhance?
Bro, bro, do you know?
No, answer the question. What's the etymology of the word enhance? What does it mean?
Do you know all performance enhancing drugs aren't illegal? You know that, right?
You don't want to answer the question. I know what the word enhance means. What's the etymology of the word enhance?
Enhance means to make better, does it not?
To rise higher, to make higher, to make greater. So if you're already great, like he said in his text, Bud said that. Why can't I just be great? But if you were already great, why do you need something to make you greater if you were already that in your profession? Now that sounds slippery. If you were already great, what do you need something? Look at the word enhance. You got the word enhance. In means to go in.
When Michael Jordan hired Tim Grover as his strength and conditioning coach, did that enhance his performance? Yes or no? Say
that again.
When Michael Jordan hired Tim Grover as his strength and conditioning coach, did that enhance his performance? Yes or no?
Is he Victor Conte? Michael Jordan, he's not. That's not the same. That's not the same Victor. We talk about Victor Conte. We're not talking about Michael Jordan. We talk about Victor Conte.
You notice how
they're not the same,
right?
You moved the goalpost. The word was
do you know who Tim
enhance.
Grover is? You don't watch basketball.
Say that again.
Just say you don't watch basketball if you don't know who Tim Grover is.
Bro, I'm a basketball player. What?
So then you should know who Tim motherfucking Grover is.
Of course I know he is. Hold on, bro. You ain't got to cuss at me, bro. Don't cuss at me, bro. Don't do that. Because I ain't cussing at you. Don't do that, bro.
Bro, you know I didn't mean it that way. Don't get sensitive.
Okay, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Keep it positive, bro.
You should know who Tim Grover is.
I know who he is. I do know who he is, but I also know that he's not Victor Conte. He's not Victor Conte, though. He's not Victor Conte, though. We're talking about stick to the subject, brethren. Victor Conte, performance enhancement. The word enhance means to rise or make greater. If you already great, you don't need something to make you greater if you already got that profession in your DNA.
So Michael Jordan getting 20 pounds of muscle, is that not making him greater? Yes or no?
Is he Victor Conte?
Never mind, yo. You got it.
So here's the thing. All right, wait. Hold on. So let me get this super chat, and then I'm going to bring it all around so we can take it home. All right, because I see what's happening. Black 5 Entertainment, double salute to you, Black 5. Black 5 says, Conte is not a strength and conditioning coach. The issue is, what are the supplements that Victor is providing? He has a troubled history in sports. So it's clear to me, and I don't want to speak for nobody, but I don't want us going in circles, and we don't have to argue about this. What it sounds like to me is we all can agree that in all sports, there's some level of or form of performance enhancements. Okay? It don't have to be in the form of supplements. Then again, it could be.
Right.
But what it sounds like to me is that I keep hearing Shahid say Victor Conte when everyone else is using examples. So what it sounds like to me is that Shahid may have a distrust for Victor Conte based on his history. I don't want to speak for him, but is that the case, Shahid?
That's the case. Listen, I know what it's like to be locked up. And I don't want to hold that against Conte. Like, he can come and make a change. Like I said, what he's doing is good. It might not be good for boxing, but I'm saying to take a blood sample, take them for all fighters, man. If we're gonna have a bout, I'm not trying to come at Conte like he's a cheater. I'm not calling him that. But what you're saying is all right and exact. Of course, I'm gonna have a doubt. As anybody, he even said that in his documentary. Should you be? What was the words that he used? Should you be suspicious of me? Absolutely, yes. Those are his words, not mine.
And you are entitled to that. And let me say this, because we're going to have to spin the block, or as we say in Philly, bust the U-turn, meaning that tomorrow I need everybody to come back up, because this is an interesting topic. Of course, it was about, everybody's assessment of the interview. I want to say this because Victor Conte is in the chat, and I want to make sure that I provide an environment that is conducive to all people. This is why we do, and Victor may not know this, so I can speak to Victor right now and everybody else who do not know this. There's a thing that we do here on this channel. I can't speak for no other channel that's unique only to this channel right here. And I call it the Town Watch Check-In. I want everybody to be clear. It's on your screen. It's called the Town Watch Check-In. And the reason why we do Town Watch Check-Ins on this platform here is because it is an icebreaker, so to speak. It is our way and form in the beginning of the broadcast to acknowledge publicly that we are from different geographical locations by inserting our geographical locations in the chat. In an exchange, I publicly acknowledge it. Okay? Now, the reason why I do that is because that is my way in the beginning. That's in the beginning of the broadcast. We didn't do it today and we haven't done it for a few days. But the reason why I do that is so that we all can come to a place of recognizing that we're not going to agree on everything. Just like we're from different geographical locations, we have different perspectives. We have different points of views. We have different opinions. But by the end of the broadcast, we can publicly acknowledge or we can silently acknowledge that we all share one thing in common. And that is our love for the sport of boxing. So I'm saying that to say this, and this is in response to Victor Conte's comments. When he says that this discussion is going nowhere, in the chat, I'm saying, this guy is wasting everybody's time. This goes to Victor and everybody else. When you come on this channel and on this panel, I give everybody the opportunity and privilege to express their opinions, whether I agree with it or not, as long as it's respectful and as long as we respect each other when we have other people on the panel. So no one's wasting anyone's time. Everyone's giving their point of view, their perspective, and their opinion. And that's how I run my ship over here. And so I wanted everybody to understand that you don't have to agree with what Rachel said. You don't have to agree with Shahid said. You don't have to agree with Bandup said. You don't have to agree with YSM and what he said. You don't have to agree with me and what I said. But the bottom line is, as long as we are being respectful, because just like I gave all the panelists their privilege and their right to say what they feel and give their perspective, I opened the platform up for Victor Conte to do the same, even if people disagree with him. So I want everybody to be on the same page, is that it don't make a difference if we agree or disagree, as long as we understand that we share one thing in common, and that is our love for the sport of boxing. I would like everyone to come back up here tomorrow if you can, same time, same place, to give a perspective on the interview that was conducted. And then, like we're doing now, whatever else comes up out of that, we can discuss that as well. I appreciate everybody's time. I know the viewership has increased. Oh my goodness. YSM, the viewership has increased exponentially. But I will give everybody this, because it's 6 o'clock. I really have to go. I will give everybody on the panel 30 seconds. Give us your last words. I'll start with Rachel since she's on the bottom corner, and then I'll work my way around to Bandup, who was the first one here. And then we're going to pull out. But I need everybody to come back here live and live in color tomorrow at 4:30. We got some more boxing to talk about. We hear that, I guess it's going through the grapevine now, that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence supposedly might be fighting at 147 instead of 154. At least that's what we're hearing from an interview that was posted earlier by Bomac. So I don't know if that's true or not. That's just something that Bomac said in a recent interview that was published, that was sent to me by another content creator. But the bottom line is, we got to come back and talk about that. What are your thoughts about that tomorrow when we come back? And also our assessment of what we learned and whatever else we got out of the interview that I've conducted with Mr. Victor Conte. I'll start with Rachel. Give us your 30 seconds before you leave, Rich. And thank you for everybody coming on the panel. It's on you, Rich.
Hey guys, it's interesting to hear what everyone's saying, because I wasn't able to hear a lot of the interview yesterday. I had some business meetings I had to attend. But so now that people are coming up with new stuff that he had said yesterday, it's interesting because I think the dialogue is going to continue to be had. At the end of the day, like, I think, we're, like you said, we're all here because of boxing. We all, because of the love of the sport, and we're very passionate about it. And we're going to have differences of opinions all the time. So, salute to you, Manager Marty, YSM, Band Up, and Shahid. See y'all later.
All right, thanks, Rach. We got who was next? Shahid. Shahid, give us 30 seconds, man. What you got for us?
Well, salute to the channel. I just wanted you to know it's worldwide. I wanted to put a Queen on here because she know about what we call them after we watched the Spence fight. You said it was all about them what? What was it? About them what?
Enhancements.
Even the female know it's about them enhancements, man. She a woman. You heard it's about them what?
Enhancements.
So she seen that there was a change in Bud Crawford. We've been watching boxing around here. So I ain't shitting on nobody, or excuse me, I ain't defecating on nobody's mentality. Shout out to the channel. It's nothing but love. But if we're going to keep it on even playing field, we're going to take a blood test for one boxer. Let's do it for other. It's all love and respect and everybody's perspective. I'm not defecating on nobody's or nobody else's mentality. But you heard what the Queen said. She said all about the enhancements. She knew there was something, there was a change in that man. So let's put that man on that same program and see if he can match that man's same strength and put it on an even playing field and see the real outcome of the SNAC with both fighters on it at the same time. That's all I'm saying. Peace and love.
Hey, yo, we got to bring Shahid back, yo.
Absolutely, Shahid.
You got to bring Shahid back. Yo.
Shahid definitely going to come back, and I appreciate your time, Shahid. YSM, 30 seconds, my brother. It's on you. What you got for us?
Well, first, me and my man Band Up, hit up my IG, right? We're going to get on the snack pack together, man. Hit up my IG, YSM_sports_media. Hit up my IG, DM me, let me know it's you. We're going to get on the snack pack together, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to see some stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, Victor. You should. We gonna buy it under the Manager Marty promo code too. Got to show love to my man Marty. But I don't believe in casting aspersions on people, especially if they haven't been proven to do anything wrong. Did Victor open up my eyes as far as all the windows that are available for our fighters? For fighters to get cheating off, yeah. And it's definitely something to look out for. I don't agree how Victor kind of, turns or tries to turn everybody's gaze towards PBC. Seem like, he has a disdain for them for whatever reason that may be. But yeah, I look forward to seeing a rematch, and hopefully it's a more competitive fight than the first. No excuses though. If we wasn't talking about SNAC before, don't talk about SNAC after Errol got beat up. Because beforehand, all you heard was, and I'm not an Errol or Terrence Crawford guy. Everybody knows as far as 147 goes where I stand. But if you wasn't talking about SNAC being a factor before the fight, then don't talk about SNAC after. It's very simple. Errol was supposed to walk him down, beat him up. He's supposed to be the stronger man. That wasn't the case that night. That's all, Marty. Me and my man Band Up. We on that SNAC, man. Let's go.
You got it. Thanks, YSM, for your perspective, brother. Always a pleasure you coming through. Band Up, 30 seconds is on you, my guy. What you got for us? Band Up, can you hear me?
Yeah, my bad. I was on mute. I said salute Manager Marty. You know what I mean? We're gonna start there. Salute Rachel Donier, Victor Conte, Shahid, my boy YSM. You know what I mean? Salute everybody that came up. Greg for dropping that super chat. Vic for answering that question. You know what I mean? We always gonna come back with the fire. We're gonna come back tomorrow, and we got to cook some more because we didn't even get to the Earl juice that we was talking about. You know what I mean? But like Manager Marty said, come back tomorrow 1:30. You know what I mean? 1:30 my time, 4:30 you guys' time. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to cooking.
Y'all know I got to pull out the same way I poured in, and that's with the hottest intro on YouTube. Come on back here tomorrow, 4:30. We got some more boxing to talk about, some more insight, and some more assessment and evaluation of the interview that I conducted with Victor Conte. And y'all know me. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.